Happy Seahawks Sunday to everyone out there. Good evening. I hope everyone had a great time with their holidays, and I hope you are having a happy new year so far with 2021. And the Seahawks won a nail-biter 26-23 to the San Francisco 49ers. So thankfully, we got that win to close out the season. And this game definitely was another example of it was too close for comfort. Our offense continued to struggle. And the defense, for the most part, kept the Niners from scoring all the time, especially when it came to touchdowns. Even though the score ended up being 23-26, when the Seahawks scored that last touchdown, I think by the running backs, Alex Collins, that literally put the game away. And thankfully, we were able to seal the win. And yes, San Francisco did score near the end of the game to, make the score 23-26. But this was a game that if Seattle were to lose, I definitely feel that between us starting out flat, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and I feel like I say this over and over again, when we start flat and then you have your defense out there balling and making stops here and there and at times only giving up 3 points, but yet you have the offense not really taking advantage of that, that's problematic. And unfortunately, not to rain on our own parade of our victory, that it feels like that's going to be our downfall in some ways. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the offense can pick it up, especially with it being playoff time. We lose here and it's over. So, and I know the Seahawks know that. I know the team knows that. So it's not like they're forgetting that or anything. But yeah, it'll be, we're going to play the Rams again. And hopefully, we have a team that's just, ready for anything. And is able to adjust on both sides of the ball, but specifically on that offensive side of the ball where even as the game was going on, between this game and if we go back to the Giants game, for example, there were times where I'm like, why aren't we moving Russell Wilson around? Put him on a bootleg or have him, do a route. I don't know if it's a wheel route, but a route where he's, he hikes the ball and, he either runs to his right or his left, but have him already in motion. Because these defenses, especially when they know we need to throw it, it's like free hit season on Russell Wilson. And you don't want to do that to any quarterback, especially as someone as durable as Russell. So hopefully, moving forward, when they see that happening, they'll adjust quicker as opposed to, going through most of this game, kind of doing the same thing and not moving the ball. So, and thankfully it didn't come back to bite us in us losing this game. But, hopefully that thing gets fixed. I know we didn't have Brandon Shell in for the offensive line, which I feel like every time he's been playing, our line is, if it's not much better, it's definitely more improved and the protection's better and things like that. So that being said, when it comes to Russell Wilson, there was a stat that the commentators showed on the television where it was saying how many starters in the NFC West have started since Russell Wilson's been the quarterback. So obviously the Seahawks are at 1 since 2012. And then I think the Niners had seven different starters. And then Arizona, I might get these numbers mixed up, but between Arizona and the Rams, let's say Arizona's at 9 and the Rams were at 10. And if it's not that way, it's the other way around with, the Rams at 9 and then the Cardinals at 10. But whatever that stat is, it's a testament to how available Russell Wilson is for every game, how much he takes care of his, the dedication he does to taking care of his body week in and week out, especially in the off season. That's rare. And as much as this would probably be difficult to achieve, I wouldn't be surprised if Russell Wilson goes through his whole career never missing a game. Just the way he takes care of the body, he doesn't take unnecessary hits. One of my minor pet peeves the last few seasons, but especially this season, is sometimes I feel like he gets a little too hesitant to run. And I'm not saying he needs to go and run right away, but when that play is not there, I know he wants to, make that big play or whatever and throw the ball, which is a strength of his, but sometimes it's his detriment because he'll be, watching and then, he gets either sacked or he's not able to run as far as he could. So, once again, that's nitpicky on my end. I am by no means an NFL, I'm definitely not an NFL athlete or a football athlete for that matter, but those are some of my observations. So, it's exciting for Seattle to be in the playoffs. I'm really hoping that Jamal Adams is not, I know he had something happen with his shoulder. Hopefully that's not too serious. Same with Jaron Reed with his, he had something happening with his abdomen. So, hopefully both of those aren't too serious. Hopefully they're able to be back with us for whenever our next game is, be it this Saturday or Sunday versus the Rams. Outside of that, glad the Seahawks won the game. Offense, made the plays. Thankfully, especially in that fourth quarter, for us to get there. Tyler Lockett had a great game. And both him and DK Metcalf, DK broke the record, I think, in receptions when it came to Steve Vigent's record. So congratulations to DK Metcalf. Before I continue to move forward, or as I wrap this, I meant to say earlier, if you like this video, as you're watching this, feel free to leave a like, feel free to subscribe. I'm still very new to all this YouTube stuff, and I hope to see where it goes. And thank you if you're watching this for, checking out my channel. So with that being said, I hope we can go as far as we can in the playoffs. Hopefully we can go to the Super Bowl. We'll see. But until then, and until next time, go Hawks.